on January the 11th, Maharishi was listening to all of the profound praise that the Rajas addressed to him after the foundation of the Brahmanand Saraswati Trust that day. And the Rajas spoke so eloquently, with such deep heart, about all that Maharishi had given to them, their nations, and the world. And listening to that, Maharishi at a certain point suddenly spoke up about what he was thinking about all the praise that was being poured upon him by the enlightened Rajas. And tonight, we'll hear that message again. Jai Gurudev.
When I am listening all this, my mind goes to from where all this was happening. I did not know from where all this was happening. It was happening, and all that I know. It was the destiny of the world. It was fortune of the world, and that was being shaped, being designed, by whom I did not know, by some skill, beyond my fathomability. I was simply working. I did not know from where all the instruments are coming to give shape to the world. Here, there, and everywhere. I was only working. Because when I'm hearing all these beautiful sentiments, I was led on to find out from where this was happening, the depth of Vedic wisdom for life is so enormous that it is completely self-sufficient in its calculating everything. One would never know from where one is acting. When I hear all these sentiments, the only thing I could say, I started to find out from where I was doing. I was not doing. It was happening from place to place. I was moving around. It was happening. But it was not I that was instrumental to it in any way. So I find no source of it. This is because unfathomable is the field of natural law. Unfathomable is the field of natural law. And it happens. And it happens. And it works out the destiny of everyone. You're going to find this logic that logic, that logic, that logic. You are not able to pinpoint from where it is happening. And ultimately, you are left to something that you can only say, Jai Guru Dev. It's from there that is happening. I remember the Vedic saying, Na Guru Radhikam, Na Guru Radhikam, Na Guru Radhikam, Na Guru Radhikam. There is nothing greater than Gurudev. Nothing greater than Gurudev. Guru Brahma. This is how Gurudev is defined. Guru Vishnu. Guru Devo Maheshwara. And above all, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I end up something beyond anything. And that is the reality of life. You can't find the source because the course is all over. Where ends intellect, where ends everything, is the transcendental, is the reality of all possibility. So glory to Gurudev. Glory to Gurudev. Glory to Gurudev. And we got to that. We got to that course of action. We got to that course of action. From where everything is a possibility automatically. Nothing can be pinpointed. When I was hearing all the glory, all the efforts, all my own appreciation, I was knowing what they are doing. They are searching for something that they are not able to isolate. Very great glory of unbounded energy, intelligence, unbounded energy and intelligence. The source is everywhere. And that is Vedic civilization. What is on the basis of this? Total knowledge. Jyotish. Jyotish Vidya. Jyotish. Jyotish. Jyotish is that source of unbounded energy, all knowingness. That is Jyotish. There one is trained. There one is trained. There is the secret of all secrets. We can't pinpoint. We can't pinpoint our stand. We can't pinpoint our status. We can't pinpoint our activity. From where all this happening? It's happening, of course, but from where happening? Completely transcendental in nature. The picture of yoga, the picture of Jyotish, the picture of yoga, the picture of devotion, the field of knowledge, unfathomable, completely unfathomable. That is why what we have done is established the rules of authority in silence. Silence is the administrator of the universe. In silence is the script of natural law, eternally guiding the destiny of everyone. Such beautiful picture is painted. Such beautiful picture is painted. But from where it is painted? It's painted from where it is totality real. Totality is real. All the yoga, all the yoga, the whole field of life, you find from where to draw it, not possible to look at the source of it. Not possible to look at the source of it. Unfathomable. Unfathomable is the field of Brahm, totality. You cannot locate it. You can take out anything you want, but you don't know from where it's coming. It's beautiful picture. It's beautiful picture. I would like the invincible Raja of America is the greatest visionary of reality, greatest science of today. Unified field is such a spread up thing. Unified, completely spread up, completely spread up, completely spread up. You use it spontaneously in the word. You use it completely spontaneously in the word. Completely spontaneously in the word. That's what the experience has always been there, has always been there. Invincible, invincible, invincible America, yeah, invincible Raja of America, invincible Raja of America. When I'm saying this, I'm reminded of you. Because you have seen that invincibility that cannot be isolated anywhere like that. You'll be able to design the the human race functioning on that level of invincibility, motivated by natural law, total natural law. It's beautiful. It's such a joy to say it, even though one cannot pinpoint anything, but certainly one can say it is spontaneous, automatic. Such a joy to say. I'm closing my performance, closing my days of life. But now when I hear all these beautiful realities of all successes on the basis of which we have built up invincibility to be a perpetual phase, to be lived in life, then I'm expressing it's not I. If it's I, it's a big I. Big I. I would like to enjoy that big I from invincible America, invincible ruler of America. It's such a joy to give on this farewell time that I am giving to float on this ocean of knowledge. Invincible America, invincible Raja of America, please let the world know what I'm speaking about, because unfathomable is the area in which I'm floating now, and for all future generations. The depth of Jyotish, the depth of yoga, the depth of life, the depth of Vedic wisdom is so enormous, unfathomable, that it can be only lived and not spoken. Give me the joy of your wisdom, of Vedic wisdom of life, invincible American, invincible ruler of America. All glory to Gurudev. There is endless, there is endless, there is endless, unfathomable is the field of life, and always unfathomable is the field of life. It got centered in the Indian civilization and spread as cultures of the world in such a vast spread manner that the whole thing is unfathomable. fathomable. It's such a joy to say, when we are seeing the administration of the universe is becoming a living reality for all the future generations. Then we wanted to point out from where this is happening. This is happening from everywhere, 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 really everywhere. It's not one individual doing. It's the big I is doing. I have deep sense of awakening when I am searching from where all this was happening, why the world should be grateful for laying the foundation for eternal invincibility in life, why the world should be. The answer to this why is because life is like that. No reason. No reason. Because the nature of life is like that. And nature of guide we got, Gurudev. We got that flood of wisdom, we call it, or whatever we call it. We got that wide open sunshine from where this is going to be operated for all future times. So this Brahmananda Saraswati Dagar, Brahmananda, of course, Brahmananda is obvious, Brahmananda Saraswati. Saraswati is the flow of knowledge. Brahmananda Saraswati, flow of knowledge, flow of knowledge. It's a beautiful joy for me to reflect on my past, present, and future of the world. So give expression to it. Dr. Invincible, Dr. Hagelin, give expression to this unbounded field of intelligence wherein the script is conducting from where the affairs of the world. And that is the role of silence from where Raja Ramji, Rajadhiraj Ramji will be automatically establishing the reigning of activity in life everywhere throughout the world. It's a great work that has developed, that a few people flying, the few people, yogis flying, and the world will be spontaneously, in terms of such this harmony in the world. harmony in the world, throughout the globe, and there'll be no ups and downs. The world will ever be in peace, harmony, happiness, invincibility. All glory to Gurudev. No end to these waves of bliss. So we hear from the great speaker who can speak totality, who can speak totality. It's such a joy to hear the invincible ruler of America. It's a great thing.
Our lives was organized spontaneously. Maharishi reflecting tonight on his own life, hearing upon the impact on Raja after Raja, every one of our souls, completely touched, lives transformed in such a perfect way, such a majesty of organization. And Maharishi was saying, but in seeing his influence on all of these people, he says he can't pinpoint his stand. He can't pinpoint his status in all this. It wasn't I that was doing it. Maharishi said, if it was I that was doing it, then it was big I. Because Maharishi himself didn't see himself organizing all of this that has led to the transformation of the world, that has led to the growth of a worldwide movement, that has achieved the transformation of life on earth, that has changed the destiny of the whole civilization. What is it that organizes all of this? It's the same organizing intelligence that magically nourishes and organizes the lives of millions of species on Earth in the incredible interconnected richness of Earth's ecosystems. What is that organizing intelligence? It's not on a human level. It's not on the level of mind. It's not on the level of intellect. It's the infinite organizing power of total natural law. It's the totality. It is Brahm. It is the reality of yoga, union, the unified field that governs the vast universe, organizes everything spontaneously, sustains innumerable species on Earth, and governs the infinity of galaxies throughout the heavens, always in an evolutionary direction. It is that organizes everything in the life of the enlightened. Maharishi pointed out that it is by harnessing that through the science of yoga, harnessing the infinite organizing intelligence that governs the universe, that the invincibility of nations is being planned. You can't base the invincibility of nations, you can't base the governance of millions of lives in every country of the world on any humanly conceived plan. It's the spontaneous evolutionary flow that results from enlivening totality, the unified field that indeed governs the universe from the level of unity, sustains perfection throughout the universe from the level of unity, organizes everything spontaneously in the evolutionary flow of all positivity and progress from the field of unity. It is that silence of Gurudev, Maharishi says. It's the silence of Maharaja Nadaram. In his automation in administration, it can only be automatic, Maharishi realized concretely again, and reflecting upon how he has touched the lives of everyone here in such magical ways that Maharishi couldn't possibly ever know on the intellectual level, how he has spontaneously influenced us all, transformed our lives in such magical ways, always evolutionary. How could any individual intellect or mind know of all that, have organized all that? But it is not the level of the individual mind that the life of the saint, the life of the great sages of the holy tradition, the life of all great yogis, and all of us Rajas, ministers, governors, siddhas, are increasingly being lived, not on the intellectual level, but on the level of spontaneous administration through silence, spontaneous organization, through the invincible evolutionary power of natural law that sustains and governs the universe. And harnessing that intelligence, tapping that intelligence, is so easy through the technologies that Maharishi's brought to us from the Veda. A few people flying in a country, a few hundred people literally, a couple thousand people for the largest countries in the world. That is enough to engage, to activate, to mobilize, to harness the infinite organizing power that governs the universe spontaneously, that sustains millions of species here on Earth, and that upholds the life of every individual of every nation in the world. Engage that unseen hand of nature. It can't be pinpointed, Maharishi said. You can't pinpoint its status. You can't localize its status. It's non-localizable, cosmic, transcendental, simultaneously everywhere. Infinite organizing power. It is Brahm. It is totality. But we can engage it. We can engage it. We can activate it, mobilize it, gain alliance with it to spontaneously guide the life of the world as Maharishi has spontaneously touched all of ours. These outpourings of expressions, miracle after miracle, how Maharishi's simple word, innocent words, spoken here, there, and everywhere, has touched and transformed our lives. That is a model of how we, through Maharishi's knowledge, will spontaneously touch the lives of every individual on earth by engaging that unseen, unlocalizable intelligence of nature, the unified field, the foundation of the universe. That we know how to engage through the Vedic technologies that Maharishi has brought to the world today. That's the science of it. That's the magic of it. What cannot be organized, even in principle, through individual inception, individual organization, individual mind or intellect, is spontaneously achieved, automatically organized. That is automation in administration. That is spontaneous administration through silence. That is the silent rule of Maharaja Nararam, a technology of rulership that Maharishi has lit in all of us through our training as Rajas and governors and ministers of his movement, enlivening the field of infinite organizing power of natural law, ever more lively, ever more awake. And it's just the wakefulness, the unbounded wakefulness of totality in each of us. The enlivenment of unity through yoga in each of us. It's just that wakefulness on the level of nature's infinite organizing power that engages this inestimable organizing power that governs the universe, sustains life throughout the universe in an evolutionary direction for its millions of species and billions of individuals in this world, all upheld by natural law, spontaneously governed by the unified source of the diversified universe. Mastery of that in Maharishi's technologies of invincibility to every nation is engaging that through the most powerful technologies in the history of this world. Technologies of the unified field alone, millions of times beyond, millions of times more powerful than the nuclear force, completely holistic in nature. Only there can we spontaneously organize for the life and evolution of millions of people, millions of subjects within our domains, millions of subjects within the countries of the world, engaging that infinite, supreme, unseen hand of nature that Maharishi has just witnessed today in how he himself has touched all of our lives through the extraordinary stories that have been shared this evening of how Maharishi, unknowingly even, through his videotapes even, has touched and transforms the lives of all of us. That incredible unseen hand of nature, the infinite organizing power of Brahm, which is totality beyond the intellect. which can simultaneously compute and does simultaneously compute and organize everything in the universe. That is the intelligence that Maharishi has taught us to engage. That is the secret of Raja Ram's administration that has transformed the world. Administration through totality. Administration through silence. Administration through Brahm, the totality. That is the magic, the extraordinary science and the magic that Maharishi has given us all through the techniques that the Guru gives. The extraordinary technologies that have transformed our world and will continue to transform the world forever. It was extraordinary to see this so concretely today and have Maharishi reflect on it in his own life. It is a tremendous secret. It is, as Maharishi said, the secret of secrets. That power that is transforming the world, that power that we have learned to engage so powerfully, is something that you can't pinpoint, you can't localize. It's not on the level of individual I, only on the level of cosmic I, the unbounded, unseen hand of nature that upholds the vast universe. This is the extraordinary knowledge and the power of technology, of the unified field, the technology of total knowledge that Maharishi has given us all, which is grounds for celebration. It has been proven again and again, its ability to transform the world throughout the long corridor of time, in the Vedic civilizations of yore, but even now in the last quarter century, in the scientific age, in study after published scientific study, again and again, wherever this technology has been engaged, the world has changed, and now changed irreversibly. With these irreversible growing groups of yogic flyers everywhere, with the rise of the Vedic pundits in India engaging the infinite organizing power of nature, the work is done. And we can see now the mechanics of how it's been done, not through individual organization, but through engaging the unseen hand of nature, that organizing intelligence that spontaneously upholds the vast universe. That is our specialty, that is our skill. That is within the power of the technologies and knowledge Maharishi has given us. So it's such a joy to reflect upon in such a concrete form that we've seen so concretely today in the life of Maharishi, and how he's touched every single one of us in such a magical way, spontaneously. In seeing this transformation of each and every one of us, Maharishi marveled himself at the transformation and influence he has had, because it's not been on his planning level. It is just in his ability to move with natural law. Life spontaneously, fully in accord with the evolutionary power of natural law. That is the technology Maharishi has given us all. We are all great experts in it. We are masters of the technology, and now masters of the group technology to engage the same mechanics for an entire country. So it's a huge, huge gift, Maharishi, you have given us in the world. And this insight into it tonight is just extremely charming, extremely fascinating, extremely palpable to see in Maharishi's own innocent reflection how his own life has touched and transformed all of us in ways Maharishi himself didn't know, because it's not on that level of the knowingness of the mind. It's on the spontaneous level of engaging the infinite organizing power of nature, and through that, we will change the world. Jai Gurudev.
As all other countries to embark upon creating the invincible character, invincible tower of invincibility to have the memory of this transformation of the world for all future of mankind. Complete your program of the day. Invite all the Rajas to be together. And again assign them what they are designed to be in their activity. So finish your programming for the memorial.
Yes,
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Gurudev, Brahmananda Saraswati, Vijayante Taram. Gurudev, Brahmananda Saraswati, Vijayante Taram. Gurudev, Brahmananda Saraswati, Vijayante Taram. His Holiness Maharishi Maheshogi, always saying, Jai Gurudev, Vijayante Taram. His Holiness Maharishi Maheshogi, always saying, Jai Gurudev, Vijayante Taram. His Holiness Maharishi Maheshogi, always saying, Jai Gurudev, Vijayante Taram. Maharaja Nadaram, Vijayante Taram. Maharaja Nadaram, Vijayante Taram. Maharaja Nadaram, Vijayante Taram. Maharishi Vedic Vishva Prashasanam, Vijayante Taram. Jai Gurudev, Jai
Spread his grace. Go to Rameshwaram, the whole human race awaits his grace. Bring this wisdom of life to foreign lands. Absorb every nation on earth. Experience of the divine and spiritual regeneration are the urgent need of the time. Go to Rameshwaram. Go to Rameshwaram. every nation